So in the previous video, we talked about factors, multiples and exact numbers. Now let's discuss some of the examples to understand all this in a better way. So first example is write all the factors of number 68. So first of all, what we discussed in the previous video, what are factors? A factor is a number which is an exact divisor of that number, right? Okay. So what we need to do is we need to find all the perfect divisor or the exact divisors of the number 68. So let's start with 1. Let's divide 68 by 1. 68 is 68 and the remainder is 0, right? If the remainder is 0, this means 1 is what? 1 is a exact divisor of the number 68. Exact divisor of the number 68, right? So it means 1 is a factor of 68. So what we can write is 1 multiplied by 68 gives us 68, right? Now let's try this with 2. When you divide 2 with 68, we will get 2 into 34, right? Now let's try to divide this with 3. When we divide the number 68 with 3, 3 2s are 6, 0 and we borrow 8. Now 3 2s are 6 and the remainder is 2. So we didn't get the remainder as 0, which means 3 is not the exact divisor, right? So if 3 is not the exact divisor, it also means that it is not a factor of that number, right? So we will not consider 3. So let's try with 4 now. 4 divided by 68. 4 ones are 4, 2, 28. 4 sevens are 28. Remainder is 0. So which means 4 into 17 is also a factor. 4 into 17. Okay. So similarly, you can go with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 up to 68. So what else? Now the next perfect divisor is 17. So when we divide 68 with 17, 17 fours are 68, right? And the remainder is 0. Okay. So the next factor is 17 into 4, right? Let me erase this. Here you can see one thing. First we get 1 and 68. Okay. Then 2 and 34. Then 4 and 17. Then 17 and 4. Oh, but 17 and 4 are in the previous statement also, previous equation as well. So what we can say, the factors have repeated. 4 came here as well. 17 came here as well. So we won't consider this. Okay. So we'll take these many. And from here, what we can say is factors of 68 are, what are the factors of 68 now? 1, 2, 4, 17, 34 and 68. Okay. Are 1, 2, 4, 17, 34 and the last is 68. Okay. Now let's do one more example to understand this better. So the next example is find all the factors of 36. Okay. So first of all, we know 1 is a factor of each number, right? Let's write that first. 36 is equal to 1 into 36, right? Now after 1, let's try 2. When we divide, it will be 0, right? Then 2 is also a factor. 2 into 18. Okay. Now let's try this with 3. When 36 is divided by 3, we get 0 and 2, 6 and the remainder will be 0. Now which means 3 into 12. 3 into 12. Okay, let's try this with 4 now. 36 divided by 4. 4 nines are 36. Easy. 0, which means 4 into 9. 4 nines are 36. This is also a factor. Okay. Now let's try with 5. Is 36 a factor? Is 5 a factor of 36? Let's try. When 36 is divided by 5, 5 sevens are 35 and the remainder is 1. So the remainder is not 0, which means 5 is not a exact divisor, which means 5 is not a factor of 36. So we won't consider this. Okay. Now after 5, let's try with 6. 6 6 are 36 and the remainder is 0. Okay. So which means 6 into 6 is a factor. Oh, what do we see now? The factors have repeated. The 6 first came here, then again it came here. So whenever we are doing this thing and when even one factor repeats, then we will stop. We will stop finding the factors because we have, if we repeat, if the factors are repeating, it means that we have found all the factors of that number. Okay. So from all this, we can say that the factors of 36 are what? 1, 2, 3, then 4, 6, 4, 6, now 6 again, then 9, 12, after 12 we have 18 and 36. So these are all the factors of 36. Now let's take one example related to finding the multiples of the number. Write first 5 multiples of 6. Now what we discussed, multiple is a number which is a product of that given number and any natural number, right? So in order to find the first 5 multiples of 6, what we need to do is we need to multiply the given number with, to find the first 5 multiples, what we will do, we will multiply the given number with first 5 natural numbers. Okay, first natural number is 1, right? And the second is 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, right? What we will do is 6 into 2, 6 into 3, 6 into 4 and 6 into 5, right? So in order to find the first 5 multiples of 6, we multiplied 6 with the first 5 natural numbers. Okay, so let's find them out. 6 into 1 is 6, 6 into 2, 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24 and 6 5s are 30. Okay, so the first 5 multiples of 6 are multiples. Okay, let me write here. First 5 multiples of 6 are, what are the multiples? 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30, right? Are 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30, right? Easy.